Hello students, in this module we'll proceed with the topic climate of India and we'll continue with the cycle of seasons. And this is the last season about which we are going to learn, that is the season of retreating monsoon. Let's proceed. So this season is experienced in the month of October and November. So 2 months in a year, just after the rainy season, the southwest monsoon becomes weaker, and this is the time, the season called the season of retreating monsoon. The monsoon starts reversing, changing its direction. So the general characteristics: the sun rays no longer fall directly at the Tropic of Cancer, therefore the low pressure trough becomes weaker. So children, if you remember, the low pressure trough was at near the northwestern part of the country. So northwestern part of the country, the low pressure attracted the southwest monsoon, and the low pressure was so strong that southwest monsoon causes heavy rainfall all over the country. So this low pressure trough becomes weaker and it is no longer strong enough to attract the monsoon winds. The result is retreat in monsoon. So the monsoon starts retreating. Earlier it was flowing, the monsoon winds were blowing from sea to land, and now they will start blowing from land to sea. So let's see how the pressure conditions reverses. So first we'll learn about the temperature. Season. The retreating monsoon season is marked by clear sky. Now children, as I told you just now, the monsoon becomes weak because the low pressure monsoon trough, it becomes weaker, so it cannot pull or attract the southwest rain bearing winds anymore, and that's why there is less rainfall. It is clear sky and there is sudden rise in temperature. Due to the high temperature and humidity, the weather becomes very oppressive. So during the months of October and September and October, the weather due to the high humidity and temperature becomes very oppressive, and this phenomena is known as October heat. So this is a phenomena that is experienced in the month of October. In the second half of October, the mercury begins to fall rapidly. But in the second half of October, the mercury begins to fall rapidly, particularly in the northern hemisphere. So this means that the high temperature, because of high temperature, there was a low pressure trough in the northwestern part. So the temperature starts falling. So the pressure starts rising. So this low pressure troughs start shifting southward. The low pressure trough from northwestern part starts shifting southward. So children, that was about the temperature. Let's see the pressure conditions and wind. So the low pressure trough which prevailed over northwestern part of India gets transferred into the center, to the center of Bay of Bengal in early November. So from October itself, at the end of September and in the beginning of October, the condition starts changing. The trough, low pressure trough here in the northwestern part starts becoming weak, and then by the early November it starts shifting towards the Bay of Bengal. Children, this is the Bay of Bengal. So start shifting towards the middle of the Bay of Bengal. This season is marked by the replacement of the southwest monsoon. So the southwest monsoon becomes very weak, and therefore the wind reverses and the wind start blowing from northeast. It start blowing from northeast. So this monsoon gets weaker and the northeastern monsoon is about to set, the winter monsoon. So in between there is a retreating monsoon season about which we are studying right now. So during this season, the sky is generally dry, the monsoon trough become weak, and it shifts towards the Bay of Bengal. Now, cyclones are very common during this season. So children, before starting about the cyclonic conditions, I would like to explain what is cyclone. In this diagram, you can see at the center value is 950, and as we are moving outward, the value is increasing. This means this is the value of the pressure, means 950 MB, millibar is the unit for atmospheric pressure. So pressure is low at the center, and surrounding there is high pressure surrounding. So children, we know wind move from high pressure to low pressure. So from the surrounding high pressure, wind will move to the low pressure. So this is the cyclonic condition. And children, tropical cyclones are cyclones that originate in the tropical seas. So Indian Ocean is in the tropical region. So this is a tropical sea, Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea. When cyclones occur here, which is a low pressure center, and wind blow from high pressure surrounding to this low pressure center, the winds are of very high speed, and therefore a cyclone originates. So I hope you have understood what is a cyclone. It's a low pressure center to which winds rush from the high pressure surrounding. So this kind of low pressure is created during this season of retreating monsoon in the Andaman Sea. Andaman Nicobar is in Bay of Bengal. In the Andaman Sea, you can see the cyclone is originating where there is a low pressure center. So wind will rush towards this area, and the coastal belts of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Bangladesh are very vulnerable to the thunderstorm because they are very close to this cyclone. They are close to this cyclone. Therefore, the cyclone, it really causes destruction to the coastal states of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and the country of Bangladesh. So students, this is a very important phenomena. Cyclones originate during this season. Now let's proceed more. Here we learn about the difference. Children, there are temperate as well as tropical cyclones. So as we were discussing about cyclones, so I thought it would be nice to tell you about the difference between tropical and temperate cyclones. So the temperate cyclones originate in the temperate zone. Children, we know that from Tropic of Cancer to the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and from Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. These are the temperate zones. So here the cyclones which originate are temperate cyclones, and the cyclones which originate in the tropical zone are known as tropical cyclones. Now the temperate cyclone wind's velocity is less, whereas in case of the tropical cyclone, the wind blow with a higher velocity. Their speed is very high. Children, more is the pressure difference. High pressure and low pressure, more is the difference, higher is the speed of the wind. And the temperate cyclones are more active in winter, whereas in case of tropical cyclones, they are more active in summer. So children, these are the differences between tropical and temperate cyclones. Now we will see the precipitation, the rainfall condition during this period. So children, this period, the country, most part of the country remains dry during this season. After the retreating monsoon comes the winter monsoon, and then some parts of the country receive rainfall in winter. Otherwise, during the retreating monsoon, most part of the country remains dry. So children, this is all about the retreating monsoon season. There are certain concepts that we need to know, like the general characteristics. If we see overall about the retreating monsoon season, then we can conclude that the southwest monsoon wind started retreating from the beginning of October. So in retreating monsoon, the southwest monsoon becomes weak. So from the beginning of October, it starts retreating due to the decrease in temperature and increase in pressure in the northwestern part, and therefore, as we have discussed, the low pressure monsoon trough starts shifting towards the Bay of Bengal and the monsoon starts retreating. It is a transition period. It's a period of rainy season marks to an end and then begins the winter season. Then cyclonic depressions are common in the Bay of Bengal, and heavy rainfall occurs in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Orissa, but this is as a result of northeast monsoon. This is not due to the retreating monsoon. The conditions are set in the retreating monsoon season, and winter rainfall happens in the winter season, in the season of northeast monsoon. Then children, in the northeast monsoon season again, which comes after this, after the retreating monsoon, 13% of annual rainfall occurs during this season. So these are the general characteristics. Now students, as we have learnt about all the seasons, so now we'll learn in the general characteristics of Indian monsoon overall. Because students, as we have learnt about all the seasons, you have come to know that monsoon plays a very vital role in shaping the climate of India. If we talk about climate of India, we cannot separate monsoon, because monsoon winds, they prevail all over the country throughout the year, and in a particular season they cause rainfall, and then they blow from land to sea, and they have a nature when they are dry and they do not cause much rainfall. So in general, let's see the features of Indian monsoon. First one, most of the country gets rainfall from the southwest monsoon. The rainfall from the monsoon winds are variable and quite undependable. Children, monsoon is not equal everywhere, every year, and even there is like change in time also. Sometimes it's early, sometimes it is bit late, and the rainfall is also not even all over the country. Much of the rainfall is received in 3 to 4 months, and the distribution is highly uneven. Means everywhere rainfall is not equal. As the winds move away from the sea and enters the land, the moisture becomes less and the rainfall reduces. So there are other factors like the relief features. They also affect the amount of rainfall. So children, these are the general characteristics of monsoon. Let's see some other questions which are important. We can, if we look for the difference between advancing or the southwest monsoon and the retreating monsoon, the difference is the advancing monsoon prevailed during the month of June, July, August and September, whereas the retreating monsoon in the month of October and November. Now the pressure conditions, low pressure over northwestern plains, whereas during the retreating monsoon the low pressure trough becomes weaker and move towards Bay of Bengal. Then in the advancing monsoon, the southeast trade winds, they cross the equator and become southwest monsoon, whereas in case of retreating monsoon, the tropical cyclones are common in the Bay of Bengal. So students, these are the three differences. Now the next question is difference between summer and winter monsoon. So the summer monsoon or the southwest monsoon month of from June to September, and the winter monsoon December to February. The summer monsoon blows from high pressure area on the sea to low pressure area on the land, whereas the winter monsoon, it blows from high pressure land to low pressure sea. So it is just opposite. This brings rain to a greater part of India, and this brings rain to a little part, only Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, parts of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Now the summer monsoon has two branches, the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea, whereas the winter monsoon has only one branch. So these are the differences between summer and winter monsoon. So students, I hope you have understood the concept. Thank you very much.